The Sounds of Nightmares explained. At the County Psychiatric Institute, Noon, a young girl plagued by terrifying nightmares, meets the counselor. He's a man with past unresolved traumas hoping to help Noon overcome her nightmares. But as their sessions progress and they delve deeper into her dreams, their fates intertwine in ways neither of them could predict. Noon's dreams are more than just nightmares. They're a window into a mysterious world that seems connected to the counselor's past. Chapter 1. Noon recounts her first nightmare to the counselor. She finds herself inside a colossal stone giant. This giant isn't alive in the traditional sense, but its very structure seems to pulse with hidden life. Its veins are filled with shadowy workers. These workers are tirelessly maintaining massive gears that power the giant, and it becomes clear that if these gears stop, the entire structure will fall apart. Noon accidentally disrupts the workers, alerting them to her presence. They chase her, and in her panic, she stumbles into another dark chamber, where she spots a crack in the stone wall. Peering through it, she observes a room with a chained man whose stench is so intense that she can smell it clearly, as if she was awake. This vile sight escalates her longing for escape, which leads her to a workshop which bears some resemblance to the one from Little Nightmares 1, belonging to the janitor. This is where she encounters a skeletal woman who seems to be in control of the giant, overseeing the workers. The counselor becomes fascinated with Noon's ability to smell things and believes that it is the key to uncovering the truth of her condition. Chapter 2. In her next nightmare, Noon finds herself on top of a bathhouse, looking out at an endless ocean, almost like the one in Spirited Away. Masked figures in brown robes march toward the bathhouse. Hold on. Masked figures march towards the bathhouse? This is Spirited Away! Noon notices a boy called Jester, breathless and dirty, who insists that they travel together. Noon is hesitant, but ultimately she agrees, and together they make their way into the bathhouse. Noon watches in horror as one of the monsters uses Jester to scrub himself clean. She grabs a jar of chemicals and spills it, causing a cloud of toxic fumes to melt both the monster and kill Jester. Chapter 3. The counselor becomes increasingly troubled by Noon's dreams. He begins to suspect that they might involve more than just her subconscious, that they could be part of something called mutual dreaming, where two people share the same dream space. This theory becomes more plausible when Noon mentions the Candleman. This stirs something in the counselor, as his missing sister had encountered similar dreams before her disappearance. The Candleman is a mysterious figure. His skin sags like melted wax, and he's not just a passive observer either. He watches Noon in her dreams with some intent, as if he's waiting for something. As Noon continues exploring the dream world, she encounters a shopping mall filled with not people but mannequins. In the center of the mall, the Candleman appears once again, but his intentions always seem ambiguous. The counselor grows more obsessed, convinced that Noon is close to uncovering the truth. However, he begins to push her too hard, his fixation beginning to cloud his judgment. Noon's next dream brings her to the carnival, where she meets a group of teenagers who perform against their will. One of the performers, known as Rusty, asks Noon for help in their escape. During their final performance, the man in the purple suit appears in the audience. Noon feels a cold shiver when she sees him. He is no mere observer. It is clear that he is a figure of power, manipulating the entire situation. Ultimately, Rusty and his friends fail to escape, and Noon is left feeling as hopeless as ever. Chapter 5. The counselor's obsession begins to spiral out of control. He becomes consumed with uncovering the mysteries of the nowhere. The counselor believes that he may be able to save his missing sister, who is trapped in the nowhere, willing to risk Noon's safety to achieve his goal. It is then when the ferryman appears for the final time. His intentions are clear. Noon will not return.